Untitled Journal. Today, in a world not my own, I met the most beautiful void-born creature. She was so unlike her ravenous brethren, eyes blazing not with hunger, but trembling, like a candle's flame threatening to flicker out at any moment. I wonder if she is even the proper word. Such distinctions seem inconsequential, insignificant even. All that matters is the love I feel for the exquisite, transcendent being. Though you are tempted to read more, this does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. Okay? Weighty tone. In the year 1564 of the 6th astral era, the Amalja summoned Ifrit, their patron god. Accounts describe the being as a gigantic, lizard-like being with a potent command of fire aspected magics. If we consider that the primal summoning is an act fueled by faith and prayer, it is unsurprising, if not expected, that the resulting D-form entity should manifest the appearance and powers with which it is attributed by its worshippers. What then might emerge from the aether should one who believes in an almighty omniscience attempt the same ritual? Would the scholar himself grace us with his presence? Some other embodiment of divine sagacity? Could this man-made god truly be all-knowing? And if it were, whence would such knowledge arise? I myself have many questions concerning the nature of the ancient world. With no spell to transport me back to the days of old, could I instead summon a being possessed by encyclopedic wisdom of every age, yet with no means to verify its pronouncements? How could one be certain they were true? Though your mind spins with the possibilities discussed there, this does not seem to be the volume you are seeking. Leather-bound book. Leather-bound log. Following pages detail an advanced method for manipulating rift-spanning apertures as devised by Newfound, the 9th patriarch of House Daemir. We present these research notes to the faculty of Charlayan's Studium as both a token of our friendship and an expression of our boundless admiration. You appear to have located the forbidden volume you seek. Estrella will need to make the final confirmation. This music loud as fuck. Have something you'd like to show me, do you? My apologies. I flipped open but a single book and was completely absorbed by the contents. Well done, Shield. I think you may have found our prize. Crazy ass book.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Daemir's resonance many times at the Great Work.
Daemir's.
Time to see what all the fuss was about.
Hey, I know that thing.
Among the ranks of the Voidsent, there exist entities with the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures, a talent which sorely tested the Radiant host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings revealed that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate. Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism. We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial Atomos. How could I have been so blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon void scent, has been discussed among academics for years now. Just before the advent of the 7th Umbral Calamity, we received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be lurking on these shelves? Ah, but that would be abusing the very special privilege we've been granted now, wouldn't it? Better not.
As such as I would love to start crafting the Atmos, I'm afraid this is far outside my field of expertise. Fortunately, we know a Hanish alchemist who would be delighted to involve herself in our House Daemir project. Our business here is concluded for the moment. Please pass on our regards to the forum. Your message will be conveyed should you wish to indulge in more forbidden literature. I will be here. Patron mode disabled, security mode engaged. If anyone can help us, Nidhana can. I say we return to Thavnair and look for her at the Great Work. I remember her. Elephant Woman. Y'shtola tells me you are pursuing a most fascinating study, and that you want me to be a part of it. I have no doubt you will be interested. This research log should speak for itself. Will it now? By the sisters, this is the mark of House Daemir. I never even knew such a work existed. Few should. It was sequestered in Nelmanon's restricted archives, after all. It was, but that means every word within is forbidden knowledge. A forbidden tome filled with forbidden research, and you put it right into my unsuspecting hand. I can hardly wait to read it. Doing my little arm swing. To think the Daemir were developing such marvelous techniques so long ago. How many innovations have been lost for their centuries, I wonder. Over the centuries, I wonder. Now that you've glanced over the notes, what say you to helping us build a new mock Atomos? I say yes! 1,000 times yes! Work on a Daemir project that had been the redoubtable scholars of Charlian trembling in their sandals. No alchemist of the great work could resist. You are a woman after my own heart. Oh, I suppose I should ask, what do you mean to do with this big-mouth simulacrum once we built it? So, there's a secret void gate, and it's sealed in the ruins at the bottom of the bounty? Today is a day of revelations indeed. If the purpose of our man-made Atomos is to expand this hidden portal, then I will need to see it for myself. I think manipulating rift-spanning apertures is not the sort of thing you want to attempt without first taking into account every single factor. Then by all means, accompany us to the vault. I plan to lead us back there shortly, once we finish gathering the components I require. Charlian markets provide the raw aquamarine and pure water crystals, so I might need help obtaining a small quantity of astrally infused water. For such a liquid, you need go no further than the font of Maya. The ascetics of old once favored the place for their meditations, and the water which pools there now is known to enliven the flow of aether. That sounds perfect. If you would be so kind as to fill a flask at the pool, I will petition Vritra to join us. The idea I have in mind won't amount to much without his authority to command the Void Gate. Shall we be about it then? We meet back here anon. Where am I at? Oh, it's right there. I'm drowning! There we go. All is sick. Oh, I'm gonna warp back much faster. Freaking headphones bugging me right now. There we go. Woo. Oh, my squad. Ishtola, do you have the flask for me? Hell yeah! Dude. Yes, this should suffice. Thank you, shield. Glasses and headphones don't mix! Piety, tenacity, skill. Void theory. Oh. It's just, jewelry. Look who I came across. The Stenians seemed in need of diversion, and we, in turn, may have need for his lance. Right, then, now that our little party is assembled, let us make our way to the ruins. Will we have need of Matsia's boat again? Not this time. Once Y'shtola informed me of our destination, I arranged for a vessel to be made ready for Akiali. Your Excellency is ever the gracious host, shall we? Muscular alchemist. The ship is yours to command. Thanks. We set sail at once. Oh, this is so exciting. Alzabaal's legacy, to see the truth of a legend with mine own eyes. All aboard for the treasure vault. Proceed. Let's go. Ooh. Freaking earphone or headphones. Oh, had that beat going for a second.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what might happen should those with ill intentions learn of its existence.
What is it you're doing now?
There is something I wish to verify. The NOAA reports claim that a short stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Graha theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts?
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
Might as well go myself. Say nothing and look meaningfully at Estinian. Maybe send a familiar. Shit. Let's do it.
And how would you do that? The gate is still too small for any of us to pass through.
Estinian is correct, which is why I've elected to send a familiar in our stead.
Now I like mine. Even though that was the correct answer and I knew it was.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born. Water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Oh, come now. That was adorable.
Is it... Oh, those things we fought.
Though not my first choice. These familiars I conceived of as a child have the best chance of fitting through the gate. I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve us well. This one will bear a warding scale. And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the Void's corruption. If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
We should also be wary of void scent slipping through while we conduct our experiment. Estinian, you are to keep Nidana safe from harm.
As you say.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Can I make fun of her? Oh, I can! I always am froth and foam. Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm making fun of her.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know. Let us begin, shall we? Nixies, into the void.
What an adorable little scene. I thought she was gonna do a magical girl transformation or something. She's excited. She's like, yeah. Oh, this is exciting. She's exciting. Froth and foam.
I think we've waited long enough. Nixies, return to my side.
Nixes. That fucker dead.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Oh, the poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
They're coming through!
Holy shit. Fucking ready.
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
I was ready to go.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Yeah, it was. This one's fucking dead.
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
The unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Graha's theory was correct, then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Ah, my apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives.
For real.
The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void.
It's all their fault.
You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether. By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown too feeble, and the balance of the 13th tipped into eternal darkness. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other reflections, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way. But first, I must focus on refining the warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could, if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
We will see you back in the city then.
Oh, I hit my arm. Owie, 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 owie. Alright. There's Satrap's duty. Once Nidana succeeds in replicating the Mach Atomos, this door into the 13th will be ours to open. Will you be crossing the threshold alongside us? I realize this is more my endeavor than yours. To be honest, I have no interest in visiting the Void myself. Might we discuss this later? There is something I must do first. Why does everyone insist on being so secretive? I at least had good reason for not wanting to explain my Nixie ritual. Ahem. Shall we proceed with our other preparations then? As we saw, the warding scale can be effective at protecting the bearer from other sources of etheric corruption. Nevertheless, the talisman's durability will need to be improved if it is to withstand the Void's influence for a prolonged length of time. And I think that is a problem we can address without involving the brilliant but busy alchemist who created it. Who do we know who excels at this kind of structural augmentation? Garland, the Allegans... The Allegans? Perhaps they once did, but availing ourselves of Allegan insights tends to be an involved process in and out of itself. Nay, I believe a more straightforward approach is in order. Consulting with the engineers of Garland Ironworks. I fucking knew it! As I recall, Sid himself is no stranger to the Void and its volatile energies. With an experienced hand at the helm, I have every confidence that the Ironworks can strengthen the warding scale. Come, let us visit their operation at Ralgra's Reach and commission their best and brightest. Yep. Oh, I'm already there. Ah! Sorry, I can't fly. Shield, what brings you to the Ironworks? We have a commission for you and your president. Actually, assuming he's available. Master Sid, certainly. I'll see if he has a moment free. A pleasure as always. I hear you have a job for us. Heading into the Void to find a lost dragon. That sounds almost pedestrian compared to your last adventure. Honestly, I don't know if you could say anything That would surprise me after Medion and that bloody mess. Alright, let's take a look at this talisman of yours. You said there were signs of degradation? It seems some manner of corrosion has set in around a scratch on its surface, much as the void's corruption seeped into Nero through his wounds. In which case, your best bet may to be simply prevent the scale from being damaged in the first place. And how might we achieve that? We have a coding agent for strengthening trinkets and the like, but it'd be wary of applying any compound which might upset the scale's delicate alchemical balance. Far safer to dress it in armor. Huh? We'll construct a protective casing, one utilizing metal alloys with high ethereal conductivity, so as not to impede the talisman's primary function. A suit of armor, as you said. Nero has compiled data on the 13th, so I'll have him pitch in with the design just to be sure. If only it were such an ordeal to convince him to follow our safety protocols. I swear, I've never had such a reckless employee. In any case, we may need some time to untangle the particulars. Understandable. We know how busy your schedule is, and the final result will doubtless be worth the wait. Ha! The hard part will be ducking Jessie and her constant barrage of demands while we sneak about doing the fun stuff. We'll see what we can do. I think we can leave the rest in Sid's capable hands. Let's return to the great work and see how Nidana is getting on with the mock Atomus. A lot of teleporting in this game.
Hey, Stola. The adjustments are going well, I hope?
'Tis a lengthy process, but the end is in sight, yes.
That's wonderful news. I myself had some good fortune searching through the Satrap's private records. What I found was a transaction log dated around the same period as when Alzadal's legacy was built. It included a purchase list of highly exclusive alchemical components, and I knew I'd discovered the key to making the artificial atomos. I then visited the High Crucible to commission the materials. After I'd explained my requirements, I was beset by volunteers insisting I allow them to help with the entire project.
The usual reaction to someone forcing open a void gate is to run for the hills. Harnish academics certainly are a different breed.
The alchemists of old were cut from a similar cloth. The unknown held no fear for them. Indeed, they were ever eager to seek new knowledge, regardless of the danger.
And were you not also fearless, heedless even, in your determination?
My sire entered his dormancy before I was hatched. And so it was Ashdaya who kept my eggs safe and warm.
Ashdaya.
It created a bond between us. Even long after I learned to fend for myself, I rarely strayed from her side. She was my guardian, my sister, my dear companion. And not a single day passes that I do not mourn her absence. No matter how deep the darkness, I would not surrender my search. I promised myself the time would come when we would once more take to the skies together. But I am satrap now.
The Radiant Host is here to serve, Your Excellency.
Nabdeen, what is this about?
Celestinian told us of your predicament. For centuries you have protected Rads at Han, never showing your true self, hiding behind a curtain and living only in service to the people. Your dedication meant more to us than your deceit, and so did we accept you as our rightful ruler. After all that you have sacrificed for this nation, did you imagine we would begrudge you your heart's desire? We survived the final days. We are a strong and proud people. We, the Radiant Host, will keep Thavnair safe in your absence.
I am grateful for your loyalty and for your encouragement. And yet...
Now you listen to me, Varshan.
Ooh. Get him. Gotta look down on you. Even though you're a dragon.
That face, after all. As I have told you before, you are a little brother to us all. And if you are family, then so too is your sister. We are there for you if you need us. But do not ask us to sit by and watch while you abandon a sibling you have ached to rescue for millennia.
We will succeed in opening the way. It is only a matter of time. All you need do is prepare to step through to the other side.
Your Excellency, I wanted to thank you for building the orphanage. It means so much that my sister and I will have a place to be together, safe and happy. And I hope that you and your sister can be together again, too.
Oh, shucks, Estinian. Good job, brother. To protect them well, you must take heart. Will you wallow in uncertainty forever? That sounds better.
Take heart and protect them well.
Giving advice to a dragon.
Such were the words I once said to you. And here I stand, failing to live up to them. If my heart is torn, I am fit to protect neither Ajdaya nor Radzadhan. My people, I have come to a decision. Vashan will depart Thavnair for a time. My dragon self will remain in the palace, but only to conduct the satrap's most essential duties. While I am focused on controlling this vessel, there may be matters that escape my attention. I rely on you, my trusted friends, to watch over one another until I return.
Take care and fair fortune, little brother. Many tears would be shed should you come to harm.
I would not dare make you cry.
Aww. You surprise me, Estinian. For a lone wolf, you've shown an unusual degree, or shall we say, involvement in helping Vitra reach this conclusion. 'Twas for the greater good. The worm's thundering sighs were keeping his citizens awake at night, and had travelers believing the palace racked by some unnatural storm. Ha! What of your answer, then? You seem disinclined to venture into the void. When I was one with Nidhogg, his vengeful thoughts were my thoughts, his endless rage my rage, and the soul-chilling grief he nursed for Ratusker's death. Oh my god. I would not wish such agony upon a foe, let alone a friend and ally. If there is a chance we can spare Vitra the pain, then I will follow you. An unusual crew we have here. Any other former scions we should call on? Just the four of us? I'd rather not bother our comrades with aught less than a dire threat to the star. We four should be sufficient for our purpose. Now on to specifics. Unlike the first, where the flood of light was halted before its devastation was complete, the 13th has been utterly subsumed by darkness. My plan, as such, is to explore the void in stages, withdrawing to safety after each brief foray. 'Twould be more convenient had we some manner of base camp nearer to the gate itself. One of the palace chambers should serve. Come, let us reconvene outside Magaduta. Mega duty! Wait. Oh, that is. Okay, never mind. It's a different area. Just let that beat ride for a second. Alright, enough of that. And so, we will require suitable accommodations. Might we make something available for our guests? All the chambers are presently hosting the great mounds of treasure we carried out of the vault. Once the Foundation's activities begin in earnest, however, we can redistribute the trove and make a room or two ready for habitation. Good. Please inform me when you've completed the arrangements. As you heard, we will have you settled in Margaduta in due time. As ever, you are most gracious, Your Excellency. You risk yourselves to aid me in search of Ajdaya. Providing comfortable quarters is the least I could do. I only wish we knew more about our destination. The gods only know how long our explorations might possibly take, or what our chances of success might possibly be. Succeed or fail, I am grateful to you for convincing me to make the attempt. On that note, I will return to the great work and lend what help I can to Nidana. If you've preparations to make ere we venture into the 13th, now's the time. All I need is my armor and my lance. Perhaps I'll train with the Radiant Host to pass the time before we depart. You know what this means to me, shields? But my purpose need not consume you as well. We are heading to another world. Find what joy you can in the experience, for you are a traveler, an adventurer at heart, this I know. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go with some criticals. Oh, there's more. Meanwhile, in the 13th. It's that Garland looking dude. Fascinating. Alright, so that is the end of 6.1 of the patch, whatever, 6.1 for the Post-Endwalker. So next part will be 6.2, and then all the quests that go with that. So we'll pause here. Going forward, I'm guessing the next part is actually going into that Void Gate. So we'll see what happens next on the 6.2 section. So thank you as always for watching. Have a good day.